Merry Christmas of 2023 to all my friends, whether near or far, at home, at work, or at play. This is one of my first Christmas messages, and the very first time I have ever added a video clip on the beginning of anything I have ever uploaded. But I found it was necessary in such a year as this. I was going to upload a tune, a Christmas tune, one of my arrangements, one of the things I have been enjoying doing since the very beginning. I started arranging songs, Christmas songs, whatever, probably in the beginning of 2003 when I got my first keyboard. Since then, it's become a favorite pastime. But this year, just an arrangement wasn't enough. It was time to talk about Christmas. The bizarre part is, after going through about 17 different songs, the problem was, none fit. And so what I have uploaded is something entirely different and not even Christmas. And there's a reason behind that. Christmas is a joyful time. It's about the babe in the manger. It's about heaven coming down to earth. The very first Christmas day. The wise men, the shepherds, you know this story. The bizarre part is, over all my 43 years, I can think of more times where Christmas sucks. It absolutely is not a great time, to put it lightly. We have had people pass away, we have had family members die, we have had brothers die, we have had sons die, we have had daughters pass away. Any possible thing has been taken away from us, to the point where you ask yourself, and I'm sure that we all have, how can I enjoy Christmas? A professor at college once said to me, 10% of life is what happens to you, and 90% of it is how you deal with it. I lost my mother in 2002. I lost my father at the very beginning of 2005. I lost my brother. My brother walked away. Long story, that's all that needs to be said, in 2010. Mainly, I'm the only one left of the Robertson family. But the fact of the matter is, I'm still content. And you ask why. I love Christmas, but it's not about the presents. It's not about the hype. It's not about the meal, the get-togethers, the Christmas tree, the lights. The list goes on. I don't even care if I have to buy for 20 people. I don't care. It's not about that. When you have to cooking a large dinner is fine, but when you have to buy for 25 people, when you have to put the lights up, when you have to do this, you have to do that, the list goes on and you never get anything done, it's like Martha and Mary. How much of it is necessary? How much of it is worthwhile? Are you doing it for show, or are you doing it for self? Are you doing it just because you want to, or are you doing it because you have to? There's a difference between the two. And most people today do it for show and tell. That's fine, and I can guarantee you, I commend their efforts 550%. But at the end of the day, when the pot boils dry, it's not what Christmas is about. It's not about the meal. It's about keeping it simple. Have somebody over. Go and do something for somebody. Lately, in the last 5 years, I haven't done anything for Christmas Day. I love my work. I love doing the orders, scanning the slides, scanning the photos, doing the videotapes, transferring the 8mm film for anybody and everybody, particularly doing the photos, which started as a hobby project when I had a lot of free evenings in February of this year. 10 months and over 1,600 photos so far on Flickr. And I love doing it, and you my supporters, are what keeps me doing what I do. And keep me enjoying what I do. But at the end of the day, Christmas, go and do something for somebody else. There's families that don't have anything. There's a widow that's hurting. There's a mother and father without children. There's the son and the daughter, the orphan, that doesn't have parents. Go and do something for them. Even if it's not on Christmas Day, make it Boxing Day. If it's not Boxing Day, make it before December 31st. Do something for somebody. Do something meaningful for somebody. These last 5 years, my Christmas has basically been, I'm happy alone. And it's not because I like to be alone. It's not because I'm a hermit. I love company. Dad loved company. Mom loved company. Mom hammered it at me. She forced me out of the house to go and spend time with company. But I'd rather do something for somebody who doesn't have anything, who doesn't have as much, who is not as fortunate, who is hurting. They might be a millionaire, but guess what? They can still be hurting. They can have much, they can have everything in the world, and they can still be hurting. It's what's inside them, and it's the emotional hurt that makes the most, that means the most. And it means more sometimes of nursing that hurt in somebody else instead of giving them a truckload of presents and spending $50,000 on them or sending them on a trip somewhere. So go and do something for somebody this holiday season. On the flip side of that, who is it in your family that you haven't forgiven? Who is it in your family that you have a grudge with? Who is it in your family that you couldn't stand and you wish they were dead? You see, I've been there too, people, and the problem is I got more stressful, I got more sick because I was holding on to unforgiveness. So all I'm going to say to you, and I don't need to preach, I'm not going to bother. This is where I plant the seed and you just meditate on it. Who in your family have you not made amends with? Who in your family needs something from you? Who in your family would like something from you? Who in your family would like you to pick up the telephone and give them a call? Who in your family would like to hear from you? The choice is yours. Because you can have the Christmas day, you can have the eggnog, and I can guarantee you there's nothing wrong with eggnog. You can have the turkey, you can have the presents, you can have the fellowship, you can have the fun, you can have the hype, but are you really satisfied at the end of the day when all the pot boils dry and your head hits the pillow? Have you done your duty for the Christmas season? God gave us His Son. He didn't have to, but God gave us His Son. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King, peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. What haven't you done this Christmas season? What haven't you done? What haven't you asked for? What business needs finishing? What business do you need to attend to that you've left undone? I've said this on Facebook a couple of times, but a few of you know the story. 33. Almost all my life, my father, Wayne Robertson, and I never had a good relationship. We fought, we bickered, we swore at each other, and basically I was happy to walk out of the house many times. He hit me. I was emotionally abused. I was physically abused. I was verbally abused. And it's only because of where I am now, because I basically knew I had to become independent. Sometimes there were things certain dads certainly taught me, but it usually was not on a one-on-one. I learned by watching him. I'm a visual learner. Show me to do something. Don't explain it. I want you to show me to do something. Then I'll know how to do it. Don't bother just give me a set of instructions. Show me. Last Christmas, December 2004, December 25th, my father and I hugged and made up and forgave each other, and we wept together. 11 days later, he passed away with a brain tumor. Gone. Between the hours of 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. one morning. 11 days later. So my question is this, my friends. From my humble home and messy and chaotic home to yours, an incredibly merry, merry Christmas. But keep in mind, while you're unwrapping the presents, and while you're drinking an eggnog, while you're having your Christmas dinner, and even before you say your grace on Christmas Day, ask yourself, or ask the Lord, to put some unfinished business in your heart that you haven't attended to and that you put on that back burner, and you walked out of the kitchen and you've forgotten about it, or you walked out of the kitchen and you've wanted to forget about it. When you finish the business, there's a sense of peace and contentment and closure. It might not be easy, it might not come instantly, but there's a sense of peace, contentment, and enclosure. So that's where I'm going to leave it, folks. So going back, I didn't feel led to play Hark the Herald Angels Sing. I didn't feel led to play so many songs. I didn't feel led to play Joy to the World. I didn't feel led to play Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, I'll Be Home for Christmas, Winter Wonderland. There were two songs way off the well-beaten path that I felt comfortable with, and I think it's very fitting to those of you who are hurting, to those of you this Christmas season who have nobody, to those of you who this Christmas season are lonely, to those of you this Christmas season just kind of need something. And I know where that is. I know how that feels because I've been there on a number of occasions in my last 20 years since my father passed away. But at the end of the day, when Christmas comes around, you know what I really love doing? Pour myself a glass of eggnog, and I'm sorry, I still got 4 liters in the fridge. And I can guarantee you the expiration date is December 29th, and I'm going to be drinking it really fast and very happily. But you know what I love doing on Christmas Day? I don't even care about the dinner anymore. I couldn't care less about a turkey dinner, a ham dinner, a curry dinner, or anything else. What I love doing is pouring myself a glass of eggnog, turning on the old timeless Christmas hymns, and singing them at the top of my lungs in the house. It's some of the timeless, simple, inexpensive pleasures instead of a whole bunch of hype and unnecessary stress on Christmas Day, all for the show and tell. I'm not saying it is full for the show and tell, but I'm saying how much do we do that's necessary? That's the bottom line. So my friends, from my happy and humble home to yours, an incredibly Merry Christmas. And these two songs that I have sequenced for you next over the last 45 minutes, actually an hour and a half, are some of the more timeless songs. The first one, it is a medley of two. The first one is Abide With Me. And the second one is My Faith Looks Up to Thee, O Lamb of Calvary, Savior art mine. So my friends, enjoy the music, and again, a Merry Christmas, and a very Happy New Year, and all God's blessings in 2024, from my humble, chaotic home to yours. Thank you all for your support in the photo endeavor and my business. Blessings.